And
well,
this is the
he just
fourth
called it all.
It'll end up being a no contest because we're in the fourth round. After 4 rounds, it'll go to the cards, but we were 29 seconds shy of that. So that's a shame. Luis Collazo fighting his heart out.
Look at his face.
Looked terrific. He always looks terrific.
Yep.
And that's a shame that it had to end that way. And Joe, it's just the way it turned out, the way they banged heads. That was a brutal, collision of heads.
Yeah, that's really a
headbutt. I gotta be honest, I'm still fuming from the Mistre Michael Fox fight. Most disgusting robbery I can say I've saw this year in boxing. What fight is more of a clear robbery than that? So we're wrapping up the PBC on Fox card with Luis Collazo retiring. He took a headbutt. He was down for a little bit. Got a cut from the headbutt. What are they going to rule this, I wonder? I'm sorry. I'm a little out of it. It's late. But what are they going to rule this? He was putting on a good fight against Eimantas Stanionis. Isn't he Lithuanian? Excuse me. 13-0, should be now 14-0. It looks like he was going to go on to win the fight. His punches were harder, stronger. However, he was game, meaning Luis Collazo. Let's take a look at it here. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at TstreetContra. I think they're going to go to a commercial break before we come back. Yes, they are going to go to a commercial break. So, that second fight on this card is really messing with me. But this guy's pretty good. Still has a ways to go. I don't want them to rush him yet. He is ranked #1 by the WBA at 147 pounds. If you don't know, the champions. Errol Spence taking on Manny Pacquiao for the WBC and IBF title. Just in a couple of weeks on August the 21st on PBC on Fox pay-per-view. Oh, my bad. Wrong screen. You have Yordenis Ugas, who's on that undercard, taking on Fabian Maidana for the WBA Super World. And, of course, Terrence Crawford. Hopefully, he's in talks with Sean Porter for them to fight sometime in the fall or the winter. Him and Sean Porter, meaning Terrence Crawford, will order the fight. You have Stanionis right now. My bad. Hit the wrong button again. Who is not ranked by the WBC, surprisingly. Ranked #1 by the WBA, but they're in cahoots with the PBC. The WBA is just a shitty organization that makes me sick. You sicken me, WBA, you make me sick. He's not ranked by the IBF or the WBO, so he's only ranked by one sanctioning body, and that's the WBA. And just so happens he's ranked #1. So the question is, who does he fight? Do they go do him versus Jamal James? I think that's logical. Him versus Jamal James, I think that's logical. Mario Barrios is now listed at 147 pounds. Interesting. And the WBA rankings have just been updated recently, correct? July the 1st. So they should have new rankings coming out soon. Basically, who would be next for him? Now, we have to be logical and we have to work within the PBC, organization. PBC fighters fight PBC fighters. So my money would be on Jamal James, David Aronesian. Highly doubt it'll be Andre Berto, maybe Cody Crawley. Or what if they may just go ahead and do the guy who got the robbery decision tonight, Gabriel Mastri over Michael Fox, or they can do that fight. So there's fights out there for Stanionis. I fucked it up. I'm sorry. Listen, I know people been getting on me. Like, you need to learn how to pronounce these names if you're going to be covering these fights. Okay, just get off my back. All right, it's late. Let's go back to the particulars. They are back with the broadcast. I really, really like that arena, the Armory. My colleague, Donnell, has been there multiple times. I have not been there, not once. Look at that. I love that arena. Let's turn it up. Listen in. Please subscribe.
In round number 4.
Round number 4.
This bout has been stopped to an accidental headbutt. Our referee in charge, Charlie Fitch, stops the contest upon advice of the physician, who determines that Collazo is unable to continue. Therefore, with 4 full rounds had not been completed, this fight ends a no
I figured that.
decision. No
I didn't want to
decision,
say it. I
ladies and
wasn't sure.
gentlemen. How many have for both of our fighters? A great 4 rounds up to this point. Eimantas Stanionis, Luis Collazo.
Basically, it looks like the fight never happened.
Well, that is just a shame, and for people even to boo because they're disappointed. Because that was an excellent 4 rounds. Lennox Joe, Stanionis did not disappoint. Collazo brought everything he had.
Yeah, look, I mean, Stanionis was winning the fight, and it looked like it wasn't going to get much better for Luis Collazo, but Collazo made it very interesting and was teaching the young kid a few new tricks. Now, that being said, I don't think there's a need for a rematch between these two guys. You know, Stanionis would just go forward,
hope they show
and Luis will probably retire like he said he would.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Look at these shots. Go ahead, Lennox.
Stanionis throwing some good shots. Here comes
there
the
it
headbutt.
is.
Ooh, man.
And it was on the cheek. You know, those headbutts right on the cheek, I don't know how they feel, but obviously, by his face, they definitely feel bad.
Well, you could see Collazo was concussed immediately. I mean, it was
he was wobbling a little bit.
Collision of heads. He had trouble even standing, moving. There was no way he could be allowed to continue to fight. They made the absolute right call, and the doctor got in there fast. Obviously, he can't stand up.
I was at his last fight in Philly on the Artur Beterbiev versus Alexander Volzdik card. He fought the IBF #1 contender. What's this guy's name again? Katrillo Abdukahorov. I probably butchered that too. Apologies, it's late. But I do want to go and get to UFC, and there's really not too much to talk about. I've already said who I think that Stanionis should fight next, and also they ended the broadcast. They're not even going to do a post-fight interview because they're running late. Well, it is what it is. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightV3CT.com. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at TstreeTContra.